All right, what's up everybody? So last time that I did a review for the first Intrepid, I got a lot of flack, and rightly so, because I didn't really put the camera through its paces. So this time, for my project, I'm going to be doing a complete shoot with the camera. That's Duran over there, he's my subject, he's running away right now. All right, so we're gonna see how the camera performs in a real world situation, and I'll report back to you. There are a couple of things that you should know about the last two pictures. One, they weren't taken with the Intrepid. Two, they're not even film. They're digital. And the reason for this is because the pictures that came out of the Intrepid were so ridiculously blurry that I didn't even bother to scan them. And when I saw them come out of the bath, I was so mad. Because I thought, man, this camera is too rickety. I must have just shaken it, accidentally and caused it to shift out of focus, blah, blah, blah. The thing is, it was my fault. It was sloppy technique. I don't know if when I was under the cloth, when I was using my loop, if I just didn't focus correctly, whatever the case may be, it was my fault. So yeah, don't blame the camera. This is a nice humbling experience for myself, but yeah, it was definitely my fault. I would do a couple of more shoots with the camera, as you'll see coming up, where I actually do manage to get my act together, and I actually do use correct technique, and the camera does perform very well. So let this be a lesson. Hans, get better with your technique. Don't suck. Now back to the show. Okay, so after the last fiasco, I was mad. I was real mad. And then I thought, you know what? Maybe, just maybe, this was my fault. So I decided to go ahead and try and shoot this again. Different location, because I don't like doing the same thing over and over again, but I was lucky enough that my model, Duran, was nice enough to go ahead and meet me again for another shoot. So I'm heading to that right now. It's going to be a baseball themed shoot, not themed, but at a baseball field, still for American Wii, but I'm bringing both cameras this time, and we're going to see how this goes. But I'm going to give the Intrepid another shot, because I have a feeling that maybe it was just me misfocusing. Heading over to the Rocky Mountain Arsenal to take some photographs with the Intrepid version 2. It is cold, real cold, but I think maybe there's going to be some ice on the water, hopefully. Like I said, I'm no landscape photographer, but it should be a fun test for the Intrepid, and it gets me out of the house, away from a screaming toddler. Okay, so I got to the spot that I thought that I wanted, but I'm not really seeing a picture. Maybe the light's just not hitting it right for me, but one of the things about shooting large format is that it takes a lot to pull out that camera. So if you don't see a shot, then, why take it? All right, so that was cold. And it's funny, you know, if we're coming all the way out here, actually it's not really that far, but for coming out here, I ended up doing mostly, or all, really just kind of detail shots anyway, instead of landscapes. Just, I think the light just wasn't quite right for me. But hopefully I got some good stuff. I think I'm getting the hang of the camera now. You really need to just crank everything down. It's a lot less forgiving than a larger camera is. So if you can get used to that, and the ground glass definitely needs a Fresnel, so if that's in your budget, or I would make room for it, because you really want to see those edges of the ground glass, otherwise it's kind of hard to focus out there. But all in all, very, very good effort by Intrepid. I really enjoyed using this camera once I got used to the fact that I had to clean up my own technique. That's why I'm saying it's probably a little bit better for people who have a little bit of experience in large format photography already. That said, if you're ambitious enough, if you really feel like learning it, I think you can do fine with this camera anyway. I would recommend that you get a Fresnel for this camera though, because the ground glass does get pretty dark around the edges. Other than that, go for it. Really good camera. Looking forward to what Intrepid has up their sleeves next. I hear they're working on an 8x10 camera, and I'm looking forward to getting my hands on that as well. All right, y'all have a good one. Thanks for watching.